Okay, right. So since sibonile ukuthi gradient iyakhona ukusebenziseka ukuthi sithole i-coordinate esisuke sishoda ngalo uma ukuthi gradient yaleyo line ethile iyaziwa saphinde sayibuka futhi gradient isetshenziswa ukuthola equation line othile, okay? Ake sibuke enye use la i-gradient la khona i-gradient esisebenzisayo ukcalculate i-angle of inclination. So the angle of inclination is the angle made by your straight line and your horizontal. So in this case, we've got this line esingatsheliwe ukuthi ubani igama lalo, but however, we've got this angle here of angle x, which is made by your horizontal, which is your x-axis, okay, and this line here. So in this case here, okay, sesibuka ke enye indlela ongasebenzisa ngayo gradient, of which is to calculate the angle of inclination. So in this case, sitsheliwe gradient ukuthi u2 vele already, so asidinga ukuyibala, and therefore into efuna yakuthina nje ukuthi sibale i-angle eubani ex wethu, okay? Alright, cool. So sithena ke so from our previous example, so khumbula ukuthi sithe thina tan theta, okay, uyalingana nani? Uyalingana ne-gradient, okay? So basically in a nutshell nje uma ukuthi unikezwe your gradient noma bakubuza i-angle of inclination, the first thing to do is to get your gradient iqala bese uyayithatha uyilinganisa nani no tan theta wakho, okay? So in this case we've got our tan theta, okay, being equals to a gradient theta ubani u2, okay? All right, cool. And then at this stage, to get your theta, okay, on your calculators, you're going to press shift, tan, and then of 2. So in other words, you're going to press shift, tan of bani of 2 to actually calculate your angle of inclination, okay? And then if you do that, then uzothola go to theta wako ubani u63.43. So u63.43 degrees. Okay, so there we go, guys. We've got our angle of x wethu lingana nobani u63.43. Okay, so we've got our angle there of 63.43. Okay, again, you can just feel free for to substitute to theta with the respective angle abasuke bekunikeze yona, okay? So it doesn't have to be theta all the time. So uma uthi bathe x ungasho tan x is equals to m. Uma uthi bathe b ungasho tan b is equals to m respectively. Okay, so I hope it made sense. This is another use, guys, of a gradient data, and then let us move on to the next example. All right, so in this one here, guys, so buka again another example la khona sifanele sithole khona x, okay? So probably into engifisa uku-introduce ke la, guys, ukuthi kwenye inkathi kuyokwenzeka ukuthi i-angle yethu of inclination ibe nkulu kuno-90, okay? So basically angle enkulu ke kuno-90, guys, is made by a gradient negative, okay? Because ukhumbule ukuthi ke u-90 will be a line that is perpendicular to our x-axis, okay? So that will be u-90 wakho. But once your gradient is actually negative, okay, so what happens is your angle of inclination becomes greater than 90 degrees, okay? All right, cool. So basically what happens lana ke, but the technique is still the same, okay? Nala bathi bafuna nje ukuthi sibale i-angle ka-x, angle ka-x. So i-formula safana iyona le ethi u-tan theta uyalingana nani ne-gradient. And then u-theta wethu in this case ubani u-x, so ngicela simsubstitute ngo-x. So u-tan x uzolingana nani ne-gradient yethu in this case, right? So zonithisa ukuthi sithethina ke to get your x or your angle, you just substitute your gradient esikhuleni ka-m. So bese siba ke no tan x elingana nobani no -1, okay? So zonothisa ke la ukuthi traditionally with your normal calculators, you'll actually find ukuthi uzothi muthi shift tan, okay, of -1, okay? I-answer ozoyithola la traditionally it's supposed to be -45 degrees, okay? So understand, guys, ukuthi ke ama calculators ethu manje asevela ashintshele lo -45 asitholele this angle, right? Asitholele this angle over here. Kodwa ngomthetho uma ngabe angle yakho sayithola ise negative, lokusho ukuthi ke i-calculator isuke ikunikeza le angle le elangezansi, okay, elangezansi. So in other words, uma uthola nje your negative answer kusuke kule angle le elangezansi. So basically lo -45 iwo lo la. In fact usuke positive ukuthi nje usuke ungala, okay? Then it's your duty again now to actually calculate this angle of x okay, by actually doing the following. Okay, from our previous grades ukuthi-ke sathi the sum of angles on a straight line, okay, they add up to 180. So in other words, mu-edda wonke ama-angle ala, okay, answer ohlezi uphuma nayo bani u-180. Okay, so it means mawukuthi mengiwa-edda wonke i-answer uphuma nayo 180 kuwukuthi le ngala ngezansi iu-45. Okay, now to get my angle of x fanele ngenze njani-ke, fanele ngenze njani? So okay, uzothini-ke, uzothi 180, right, ususa le angle encane la, right, because uma mesibahlanganisa bekhipha 180 kukuthi no-45 la, should it means lo la ozolingana no-180 ngisusa loyana. So therefore x wakho ulingana no-180 ususa u-45, then your answer becomes 135 degrees. Okay, so guys, so again, normally our calculators will actually give us our straight 135. So makuthi uyithole 135, then calculate kubalele again, no problem. But makuthi uyithole negative, okhumbula ukuthi ke it's actually this angle over here, then kusafanele uthi 180 ke ususa lela ukuze uthole le angle yakhe njani ekuyiyona leyo bani le x respectively. Okay, so this is another typical example ke guys, la khona kungaba ukuthi gradient yakhe negative. Okay, so uma gradient yakhe negative, i-angle yakho ke will always be greater than 90, will always be greater than 90. Okay, so I hope kuzwakele, and then we now going to be moving on to the example yethu elandelayo.